Want to visit Whistler but are interested in other activities besides skiing or mountain biking? Whistler is chock full of a variety of outdoorsy activities, and my friends and I drove up from Seattle to these beautiful, tall, and expansive mountains in British Columbia, Canada for the first time in May. There's an island in the middle. The epic views of Vancouver Island, the green mixed in with the crags and the snowy mountains surrounding the lake on the way up added to the thrill of seeing the mountain ranges for the first time. Here are examples of activities you can do and sights you can see around the peaks in 4 days before the summer rush. Explore the mountain from a unique vantage point, but still as an adrenaline junkie via several zip lines about halfway up. You'll be flying through the trees, so make sure you're not afraid of heights, or maybe use this opportunity to overcome that fear. On the ground, you're strapped into all of the zipline gear. Bring a bag, leave all your personal belongings in a box that one of the guides will keep safe. Trust me, don't leave anything in your pockets, as there will be times where you won't be right side up on the zipline. After debriefing and all the gear finally on, we took covered chairlifts up to the first ziplines. Our activity appointment was at 3 p.m., which blessed us with only a slight breeze in the sunny weather. The guides are friendly and take all the proper precautions to make sure you have a pleasant ziplining experience. It seemed like they did at least a few checks before sending you flying. Zipliners go one by one, but for one of the ziplines, if the natural elements are in your favor, there's an opportunity to do a pair zipline where you can simultaneously fly through with a partner.
It's happening!
You're doing it.
Alright,
Right.
so whenever you guys are ready, you can hop on down.
What?
The highest zipline will be suspended more than 100 feet off of the ground, and you will be zooming quickly. The views are phenomenal and breathtaking. You soar over coniferous forests, colorful jagged rocks, and rushing rivers. Each ride is 2 to 5 minutes, and if you're feeling bold, spin around 360 degrees or go completely upside down by kicking your feet up, holding the bottom of the strap. Sheepish folk can hold on to the strap sitting up. What I found that the scariest part was of each zipline was stepping off of the stairs into nothing beneath your feet to let gravity and momentum take you. I held my breath, and my heart stopped for a moment every time. The views while you soar through the air is all worth it though, with a rush of excitement flowing through you. I love that you weren't simply shuttled from each zipline. As you go from zipline to zipline, there are twists and turns you make as you mini hike and follow the leader through the forest canopy that casts shadows through the leaves to the ground. At some points, you'll walk through treehouse structures and over baby streams. The guides were ready to answer any questions and were informative on the state of the forest and how to care for it. Be prepared for a good amount of walking as a workout. I would 10-10 do this again. There is no other way to experience and absorb the majesty of the landscape and appreciate its beauty from all angles. Interestingly, the guides were from all over the world. We had 2 from France and Switzerland that were doing this for a summer job or for the work-study program. I thought it was cool to meet and chat with people from all over the world. Get the combo ticket for $200, which includes the 5 zip lines and a one-way ride between the Whistler and Blackcomb mountain peaks. Speaking of going peak to peak, my second recommended activity is ride the peak-to-peak gondola between the Whistler and Blackcomb Peak. You will be carried away between the mountain peaks in one of the highest continuously running lift gondolas, unsupported by anything other than cables. What's useful about the combo eco tour ticket is that you can choose to ride the peak-to-peak gondola on a different day if it fits your schedule better. We went the next day and again enjoyed the chairlift ride up to Whistler Peak. Don't forget to grab a snack or a nice warm meal from the Crystal Hut Cafe. Take some time before getting on the gondola to walk the snowy terrain and take in all the Pacific Coast mountain ranges. Though it was the first week of June, we saw that the hiking trails were all still closed due to snow. When you're ready, there are 2 kinds of peak-to-peak gondolas you can take to the Blackcomb Peak. The first is the regular gondola that comes every 10 to 15 minutes. There was no line early Sunday afternoon for this one. The second is the glass bottom gondola, which offers the same 360-degree views, but with a glass bottom that allows you to peer down into the valley and treetops. The caveat for the glass bottom gondola is that it comes much less frequently, so there was a line. Thankfully, our line moved along and it took about 45 minutes to finally get on, but for people who just wanted to ride the regular gondola, they were able to hop on without any wait time. Because you're technically only allowed to ride the gondola once across, I didn't mind waiting for the glass bottom gondola to see what it was all about. There is a barrier around the glass so you can peer over, and you share the gondola with 8 or 10 other people, so keep that in mind if you're wary of crowds. I like the different perspective, but a heads up that the glass isn't completely clean in case you're trying to get some super clear shots. The ride is about 20 minutes with some spectacular views of the mountains, lakes, trees, rivers, etc. You feel so tiny being a speck in the sky.
We are on the Blackcomb side now and have this perfect view of mountains 360 around us.
When we arrived on the Blackcomb side, there was more snow and mountainside views to soak in. Some unexpected animal watching happened.
Hey, standing up, saying hi. Oh, he sat down again.
When a chipmunk also decided to chill on a rock while a marmot or two grazed nearby.
But oh, he's running. Oh, he ran away. That's funny.
This was the cherry on top of our peak experience. The peak-to-peak gondolas are the most efficient way to get from both mountains and enjoy a scenic view. Because Blackcomb was still closed for the season, we got an extra gondola ride back to the Whistler side. So happy to share the regular gondola to compare with the glass bottom gondola. It was actually roomier with less people, so I had more of meditation time in the clouds. When you want to do some leisuring or take a break from the outdoor excitement, stroll around the village for snacks of the ice cream variety, like at Cow's Whistler where I have some very Canadian flavors that you can see of more in my food diary. I give some of you foodies the lowdown on where you can satiate your hunger around the mountain in this video. Pick up a few artistic souvenirs for yourself or loved ones. I was impressed by the quality of art in the galleries that you could peruse for your next art piece, bringing the wilderness and mountains into your home. There was also some fun people watching since the streets were packed. Look out for performances on the street that changed throughout the day, such as some aerial silks or some smooth tunes. There was lots of surprises, and it makes sense that this is the gateway to lots of activities. Lakes are plentiful near the mountains, and this was the first lake we visited on this trip. I found Great Lake to be more of a private beach area, as there were houses huddled around and it was very quiet. I loved being able to just stand back and enjoy the views without being rushed. There were also kayaks that you could take into the lake as well. Our friends have a Jeep built to handle roads off of the beaten path, so as we got ready to head back to the US, we decided to see what was up a hilly path. It was an exhilarating, bumpy ride over all sorts of terrain, even unmelted snow as we got higher up in elevation, going around and deeper into the hill. Finally, our path opened up to a stunning lake filled with clear blue water enclosed by rocky mountains.
This is like a secret lake that you find after doing some off-roading.
The snow was deep and still widespread, so we had to be careful where we were stepping since our footwear was unprepared. I had no words for how hauntingly beautiful it was being the only souls around, except maybe for the mountain goats that seemed to be hiding. A few outdoor grills were sitting near the parking lot, so this would be a good secluded spot for camping with friends or family. We might make our way back here again in the future.
Well, these like little islands in the center.
That's a wrap on what I did and saw my first time in Whistler for a long weekend. What do you want to do when you visit? Comment below and let me know. Remember to subscribe for more travel, style, and food videos. Thanks for watching. Bye!